Hi Libra, this reading comes through today with a very clear vibration. It's a turning point moment for you, and Spirit is asking you to lean in, listen closely, and recognize that the shifts you've been sensing are real. You've been carrying questions in your heart about timing, about whether your patience has been worth it, and Spirit is here to confirm, yes, the doors you've been waiting on are preparing to open. Before we dive card by card, let me remind you that if you'd like to go deeper into your personal energy, I offer private sessions starting at just $9. And for those of you wanting ongoing guidance, there's a $99 monthly membership where we can journey together every week. Now let's unfold your message, Libra, one card at a time, in full depth and truth. The first card that shows up is the Lovers, which immediately tells me that this season is about choice and alignment. For you, Libra, the Lovers isn't just about romance. It's about the deeper question. Am I living in alignment with my truth, or am I bending to please others? You've always had a heart that wants to balance, to keep the peace, but Spirit is gently asking you now to stop diluting yourself for harmony's sake. This card signals that an important choice is at hand, one that could change your trajectory in relationships, career, or even your personal path. The energy is pressing you to choose what is right for your soul rather than what looks right to the world. At a deeper level, the Lovers is Spirit highlighting how much of your growth is tied to the relationships in your life. Some of you may be facing decisions about partnerships, romantic or otherwise, and whether they truly match your vision for the future. This card is not a warning, but an invitation to look clearly at the mirror that relationships provide. Where do you feel supported and seen? And where do you feel drained or misunderstood? The answer to those questions will shape not just your emotional world, but the opportunities Spirit is trying to place in your path. On the practical side, the Lovers card may bring in a connection or partnership that catalyzes big change. This could be a person entering your life who pushes you toward your authentic self, or it could be an inner realization that you're ready to commit more deeply to something you've been hesitant about. Spirit is saying, the time for indecision is ending. The universe is placing you at a fork in the road where the choice you make will carry you into the next chapter of your destiny. And Libra, here's the truth. Spirit wants you to know that choosing yourself is not selfish. It's sacred. When you choose the path that honors your heart, everything else begins to align more smoothly. The Lovers ask you to trust that your destiny will never require you to abandon yourself. This is your moment to honor your truth fully and unapologetically. The second card is the Justice card, your very own energy, Libra. Spirit couldn't be clearer. Balance, fairness, and truth are being restored in your life. Justice appears when karmic scales are tipping, when what once felt unfair or one-sided begins to realign. For you, this feels like a correction, as though Spirit is finally bringing into harmony situations where you've given more than you received, or where your efforts went unnoticed. This card is confirmation that your patience and integrity are paying off. On a deeper spiritual level, justice is about accountability, both yours and others. Spirit is encouraging you to release the guilt you sometimes carry for setting boundaries. It's also showing that those who may have wronged you, overlooked you, or taken advantage of your kindness are facing their own lessons now. You don't need to seek revenge or validation. Spirit is handling it. What's important for you is to stand in your truth, to let your actions and choices reflect the balance you wish to create in your world. Practically, justice can also point to literal contracts, legal matters, or formal agreements coming into play. This could mean signing paperwork, negotiating deals, or making decisions that will have long-term consequences. Spirit's advice here is to read carefully, trust your intuition, and remember that what you agree to now sets the foundation for your future. Libra, your discernment is your greatest asset. And finally, justice is reminding you that you are stepping into a season of clarity. Confusion is fading, and truth is becoming undeniable. Spirit is saying, You no longer need to over-explain yourself or convince others of your worth. The energy around you is aligning to ensure that fairness, recognition, and integrity guide your path forward. The third card is the Knight of Pentacles, which shifts us into a very grounded and practical energy. Spirit is showing you that the changes unfolding won't happen overnight, but they are steady, reliable, and built to last. The Knight of Pentacles is patient, hardworking, and deeply committed to the long game. Libra, this is Spirit's way of telling you that the seeds you've been planting are starting to sprout, even if progress feels slow. This is not wasted effort, it's steady progress. On an emotional level, this card reflects your need for consistency. You've been through seasons of highs and lows, and Spirit is saying you're moving into a chapter where stability becomes your foundation. This doesn't mean life will be boring. It means you'll finally have a sense of grounding, where you don't feel like everything could fall apart at any moment. The Knight of Pentacles is reminding you that slow and steady growth often outlasts quick bursts of excitement. Practically, this card is encouraging you to keep showing up for your goals, even when you don't see instant results. Whether this relates to your work, your health, or your financial growth, Spirit is saying that your consistency will carry you further than you think. This card is about building a future, brick by brick, that will stand the test of time. Don't underestimate the power of your daily habits right now. And Libra, Spirit is also highlighting loyalty here. The Knight of Pentacles often represents someone dependable entering your life, whether in love, friendship, or work. This person brings a steady energy that helps ground you when your own balance wavers. Spirit says, trust the ones who show up consistently, not just when it's convenient. The fourth card is the Tower, and this is where Spirit gets very real with you. Libra, the Tower doesn't come to destroy. It comes to liberate. This card tells me that something in your life, perhaps a belief, a structure, or even a relationship, is about to shift dramatically. At first, it may feel like a shakeup, but Spirit is assuring you that this is not punishment. It's divine intervention. The Tower removes what cannot stand so that something stronger can take its place. On a deeper level, the Tower represents the dismantling of illusions. Spirit is showing you that anything built on shaky foundations, half-truths, avoidance, or compromise that went too far, is being cleared. This may feel uncomfortable, because Libras love harmony and dislike conflict, but Spirit is saying, this shakeup is your breakthrough. It's the release of energy you no longer need. Practically, this could manifest as a sudden change in your work, living situation, or relationships. Spirit wants you to know that while the initial shock may unsettle you, what follows is liberation. The Tower is like the clearing of a storm, chaotic in the moment, but once it passes, you finally see the sky clearly. And Libra, here's the truth. You've known this was coming. Deep down, you've felt the cracks forming in certain areas of your life. Spirit is simply confirming that the changes you've been resisting are actually blessings in disguise. The Tower is not the end. It's the reset button you've been praying for, even if it arrives in an unexpected form. The final card is the Sun, and what a beautiful close to your reading. Libra, Spirit is confirming that after the shakeups, the clarity, and the choices, you are stepping into a season of joy, light, and renewal. The Sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot. It represents happiness, vitality, and a sense of childlike wonder returning to your life. Spirit is saying, this is your breakthrough. This is the confirmation that everything really will work out. The Sun speaks to a new confidence blooming within you. You're beginning to see yourself clearly, without the self-doubt and constant second-guessing. Spirit is illuminating your path so you can step forward without fear. This is about embracing life with more joy, more playfulness, and more freedom than you've allowed yourself in years. Practically, the Sun often signals success, whether in career, relationships, or personal goals. Spirit is highlighting that recognition, abundance, or even love may come your way in very tangible forms. Opportunities that once felt blocked will suddenly feel open, and the clarity you've been craving will finally be yours. And Libra, the sun is Spirit's reminder that after every tower moment comes light. You're not being left in darkness, you're being guided into a brighter chapter. This card is your proof that joy, healing, and new beginnings are not only possible, but they are right around the corner. Your affirmation is, I welcome the changes Spirit brings, knowing they lead me to balance, joy, and renewal.